back in the chair. The walk back along the cliff path had exhausted her. She must fight this sloth and find the fighting spirit lost somewhere in the hospital tents of Flanders. An hour later, she was woken by a knock. "Only me," Maudie shouted. "Time for afternoon tea." It was good of Maudie to give up some of her precious leave to come here to chivvy her up. She'd found a smart pension close by and was in no hurry to head home. "Had a letter from my chum Olive. She's coming down to join us. Won't that be fun?" Flora nodded more out of duty than enthusiasm. Trust Olive Buckle to barge in on their reunion, but it would be mean to deny Maudie's chum some Riviera sunshine. "And talking of fun, there's a notice downstairs inviting you to a musical soirée at the officers' hotel up the road tonight. We're their guests. Sounds rather jolly. All the nurses were deciding what to wear until Matron announced it was strict uniform code. Come along, they've got some super pastries in the conservatory." "I need a bath," Flora replied, knowing she was not ready to join the others yet. Sinking into the warm tub, sprinkled with perfumed bath salts, was one of the most luxurious ways to relax. After years of hospital stink, washing in freezing tents, never feeling clean, this was a time to shut out the world and soak away the glums. She loved the privacy, the scents of vanilla, rose, and lavender. She dunked her hair, rinsing it with a cold tea and rosemary concoction, drying it as best she could. Now it was cut shorter, it dried quicker, but still must be hidden under her cap. Maudie had made herself at home. Being a senior nurse now, she knew just how hard their lives had been. Flora dressed quickly and went to join Maudie, finding her scoffing some nibbles laid out on the drawing-room table. Flora had found eating difficult when she first arrived, used as she was to skipping meals and snacking on the run. Now she was tasting flavours again, feeling the sensations at the back of her throat without gagging. She was looking forward to a large glass of Bordeaux with their evening dinner. Her appetite was returning at last, the sea air, the view, the rest, calming her troubled spirit. Chapter 2. The concert party consisted of a violinist, an accordion player, and a pianist playing some ragtime music, thumping out the rhythm on a grand piano. Toes were tapping, as it was music for dancing, but rules were strict. No fraternizing with nurses in uniform, and Matron was keeping a wary eye on her girls. There was a festive air, because it would soon be the first Christmas since the armistice. Flora searched the room for familiar faces from ambulance trains, but most of her former patients had been too sick and had returned to Blighty. The usual smoky fug was wafting like mist, and there was still a tinge of hospital in the hotel corridors. This was a convalescent home like the Rose Villa, with a sense of weariness masked by false jollity, too loud laughter. The pianist stood up to let someone else tinkle the ivories, and then a lone voice croaked a rendition of Loch Lomond. "By yon bonny braes, and by yon bonny banks, where the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, where me and my true love will ever wont to gae." They all joined in the chorus. "Ye'll tak the high road, and I'll tak the low road." The singer was slightly out of tune, but emotion swelled up in Flora as she thought of home outside Glasgow. She couldn't see the soloist. He must be from one of the Scots regiments. When he finished, they all cheered. "Well done, Padre!" The crowd parted to reveal a tall man with a crop of auburn hair, who now turned away, embarrassed at this attention. "Good Lord! Look who it is!" Maudie made to rush to greet him, but Flora held her back. "Not now." "Why ever not?" Maudie shook off her hand. "Kit Carlyle! How good to see you!" "Miss Wallace, what are you doing here?" "Visiting Flora Garvie in the nurse's villa. Where's she got to now?" Flora was already